For those of you that don't know, a while back I went to farrier school in Indiana and I was expecting it to be a career. Unfortunately, it ended up not working out as a career for me. And I did a video about that a while back. I think it was titled like Failed Farrier's Career and Farrier's Toolbox Tour. And I basically did a tour of this toolbox, kind of what some of the basic farrier tools were for and how they worked. And also in that video, I had mentioned that I was dating a girl at the time, my ex-girlfriend. And when we broke up, I used to have another kind of jump toolbox, which I'd take with me when I do horse trimming, so I wouldn't have to take this big box, and it had a couple small tools in there. But she took that, a rasp. Of all the tools she took away from me, the most precious thing that she took away from me, of course, besides my heart, was my beloved GE nippers. And for those of you that don't know, GE is kind of like the top-of-the-line farrier tools for the farrier industry, and their nippers, they're expensive, you know, they're over $200, at least $200. You're definitely paying a premium, but you are getting American-made, top-of-the-line farrier tools. And after I lost those, I had to buy another set of nippers. And at the time, I couldn't afford another set of GE nippers, and I bought these kind of no-name Amazon brand nippers. And these, I've just hated these ever since I bought them. I felt like I did the right thing. I felt like it wasn't worth the heartache and aggravation of taking her to small claims court, even if I got my tools back. But sometimes you just gotta know when to call it quits. So I made that video and I never really thought about it again. Up until a couple months ago, I got a comment on that video, and the comment went on to read, "Hey, this is Josh from GE Forge. Why don't we make things right?" So I emailed this guy and we go back and forth a little bit, and he's like, "I'm gonna send you out some new tools. I feel bad about the situation that you were in, and I want to make this right." Like, come on, you're pulling my leg here. You're gonna send me out tools? He's like, no, I'm not asking for anything in return. You know, I understand what happened, and I appreciate the fact that you gave us a shout out. And he didn't ask for anything in return. You don't find companies like that anymore. You don't find companies with a heart. That's just a true American company, and I just feel obliged to say a couple words about them. One, they are a multi-generational company. I think Josh, he may be the third generation, which I always think that's awesome, you know, just picking up where your father left off and your grandfather left off. Multi-generational company, USA company, I'm all for that. Of course, all their tools are forged and made in the United States, and they're hand finished and just beautiful craftsmanship. Feel free to check them out. Check out their website at geforge.com. Something I really love about their website, if you're interested in becoming a farrier, definitely check out their website, because under their website they actually have schools, and you can actually look at all the schools, the farrier schools across the United States. I want to talk about one more thing real quick before we close out, just about these nippers. When I was buying my first set of farrier's tools, I bought them out of this place called DL Schwartz, and they are out of Indiana, a little Amish run shop. Well, they're actually a decent sized Amish run shop. Really great people in there, really friendly, but I remember going in there and just spending a couple $1,000s on my first set of tools and shoes and stuff like that. I remember looking in the back of the store, and there was an old Amish guy in the back, and he was working on a pair of nippers. And of course, curiosity got the best of me, and I went back there and I asked him, "What are you doing to those nippers?" You know, just because I had such a fascination with tools. I still do, of course. But he said he bought a set of cheap Chinese nippers, and he wanted to see if he could turn them into a quality pair of nippers. And he said that they were pretty terrible at the box. And he went on to teach me that you can tell the difference between a set of high quality nippers and a poor quality set of nippers by simply taking the jaws and bringing them up to the light. And if you see a little bit of light in between the two jaws, you really have a higher quality set of nippers. That's really one of the tricks to keeping these so sharp and having them work so well, is because the jaws never come in contact with each other. As I take this set of G nippers and I shine it up to the light, I can see just like a half a millimeter, maybe like 0.002 of an inch in between the two jaws, and it's just perfect throughout the length of the jaws. So that right there just screams quality. Just so smooth in operation, just can work at one hand so smoothly. Great company, great people, great story. And to my ex, I got my nippers back. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.